Hello everyone, this is Wrestling Watcher YouTube channel. It's about watching professional wrestling. So, AJ Styles, his final match, at least I think his final match in WWE happened against Gunther at the Royal Rumble where he was defeated. Now this was booked as a retirement match. And I think we have seen AJ's final match in WWE. I do think he is retired from that company, but if you watch the end where he's about to do the ceremonial laying of his gloves in the ring to symbolize his retirement, a la what John Cena did, where he left his boots and left his wristbands, and what others have done in the past, he did not lay his gloves down. He left with his gloves on, and that's because, I believe he's mentioned before, he wants to retire in TNA. And if you remember the TNA opening show on AMC, he was on there and he had some he had a backstage with the champion. I believe it was Frankie Kazarian at the time. Now it's Mike Santana, formerly of Santana and Ortiz, formerly of the Inner Circle. I do think AJ Styles will retire at TNA. If I had to guess, I wouldn't. I think we could see a retirement tour with him in TNA where it's like, and they use that retirement tour to try and drum up business, get ticket sales up, things of that nature. If I had to guess, he's going out at Bound for Glory later this year. That would be where I would guess he'd retire finally. And look, if TNA's smart, they'll make a big event and they'll showcase all their best matches at that show when he does retire. Will make it as big as they can to try and obviously drum up business. That's what you should do as a booker. Use that to try and get as many eyeballs on the product as you can with many of your younger stars as you can, and try and give them a launching point. Similar to what Cena did, where when you watch Cena's retirement, you saw Javon Evans, you saw Obafemi, sorry. You saw younger stars, you saw younger talent at his retirement because you knew you would have a lot of eyeballs on that show. And that's the way it should be done. Now, will AJ Styles win the TNA World Championship? Will he go out as champion? That's neither here nor there, And it's unfortunate that Christopher Daniels retired against Hangman Adam Page on AEW, because I think fans would have really loved to see Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles one more time. Now, I did see a rumor on the Google timeline today about AJ Styles possibly coming to AEW, and I could see that. I could definitely see something where he works some AEW shows and he works some TNA shows, but his career with WWE is over. He's done all he can in that company, I think. I don't think he was ever the last match at WrestleMania, but he has competed for the title, the World Championship there before, at least once that I know of, that I remember, against Shinsuke at that New Orleans 34 show. But, I could see something where he works sort of with both companies, TNA and AEW, back and forth. And if you're smart, if you're Tony Khan, you're okay with that, because look, if AJ Styles is going to be on your show, you're going to get eyeballs on your show. I believe Samoa Joe's still with that company, so if you get AJ Styles and Samoa Joe, buddy, you're booking it on a pay-per-view, and you're going to drum up some business from that deal, definitely. But that's going to be all for this one, guys. Thank you.